Alright, Through the Pally fans, we're here with Michael Joseph Albanese, second time topping, top 32 nationals, won some cool shit, won a mat, won some other stuff, and we're going to give you the deck list, and side deck, and match report,
and whatever
all else we
stuff.
decide to do.
Alright, I played Dragons, sorry. I just give you the deck profile. I mean, besides, it's pretty standard. There's a few cards that like people wouldn't have played, and alright, 3 Redox, because it's a dragon. Same with these, 3 Blaster, 3 Tidal, 3 Tempest, 2 Pebbles, 2 Burner, 2 Stream, and 1 Lightning. I'll play 1 Lightning because, like, you have the extra win targets because, like, I mean, this Yu-Gi-Oh card. And there's really, it's like the worst one. Like, Tempest is great when it's in your hand because you can search. But when this is in your hand, it's just not, like, just doesn't get there, like the other babies.
Did you play Corsica?
I play Corsica, so it's another wind. And there's actually times in, like, the Prophecy matchup where you have to beat with these two guys. Not these two, like, beat with, like, the 16 body, he has 2,000 defense, he has 18. He's 500, but, like, come on. Like,
he's the worst.
Yeah. Hand traps, 3 Veiler, because it stops everything, and it's a Mason game 1, and it's a tuner. And only 2 Maxi. I know that was, like, crazy, and after playing all my mirror matches, I kind of wish I played 3. But I basically made the deck for Prophecy because I figured I could win every mirror just because everyone's terrible. And
yeah.
once it gets, when you maxi, you're either going to get a few cards or they're going to stop, and then you could OTK them or blade with them, and then you win. Other hand traps here, we have 2 Droll because I was so afraid of Prophecy. And game 1 is not the worst. Game 2 is kind of terrible because they side Mind Drain D-Fissure. But I only resolved this once this weekend. But I pitch it with Tempest a lot. And then last hand trap, the best hand trap, is the 1 main deck with Scarecrow.
I read your notes. That got in. That did
this
so
got
much
in
work.
4 game 1s.
Ridiculous.
And in my feature, I Scarecrowed him and then just Darkhold and beat him on the next turn.
Like I feel like in your match list, like when I was reading it, it was like every other game was just like he went off.
I Scarecrowed him and then I beat him the next turn. Yeah. So and then I played Corsica because it's wind and yeah. Only the winner Puppetry Coben actually played guard, but like I don't know why. Everyone else played Corsica. I like it. Then spells, Reju, which I didn't resolve enough this weekend. 2 Gold Sark, which I kind of regret playing. The day before I was playing 3 Sword, no Sark, but then I was drawing too many hands with no monsters, and I'm like, Sark would be really good here. And I know a few of my friends top with 3 Sword, no Sark, so it's obviously good. And then 2 Swords is the best card in the deck, which I picked 3, so nuts. And then the 1-ofs, 1 Lightning Vortex.
Yeah.
This card got there in my feature match, and against Prophecy.
Common that ass.
I was looking
Common that ass.
People were trying to get like 20s for ultimates. I was like, chill. But yeah, this card's a nuts. It's card's a dragon that doesn't matter if it's in your hand or grave anyway. Reborn. I wasn't playing this till the day before. Then my friend came up to me. He said, "You're playing Reborn," and I was like, "No." He's like, "Play Reborn, but a second Blader in your extra deck," and it actually won me my game 1 in top 64 and my round 7 against Scott Page. I bladered, a big guy devailered, I bladered, he veilered, I reborn, made a second blader, and I beat him.
Yeah.
Dark Hulk's Prophecy is really good. This is the best card. The best card. Like, in all my matches when I was going off, I was like, I don't care if they have Scarecrow because I have the book.
This event made people realize how good book was. No one played it before this.
I think I OTK'd 3 times where I had book and I could dodge Veiler with it and I could dodge Scarecrow with it. Like, I'd put the extra monster on board and swing and be like, book, I win. And then heavy because, come on. I didn't play traps because Breakthrough was a bad card. And Chalice, I actually cut the Chalice for Lightning Vortex. I'll do extra first. 3 Drago Sack because it's the best card. Even though I never brought out 3 in one match.
Never.
And honestly, like the amount of times I just went like summon Drago Sack, get tokens was so little. Like I left my tokens in my deck box. And I just did not do it a lot. 2 Big Eye. I only made 2 of them once. But, yeah, it's a good card. And book kind of makes it always go through. Guy Charger, because Pierce through tokens is really good. And that's all 3 exceeds. I didn't play it as Gaios. I cut it for the second Crimson Blader. Which, I could have made Gaios only once this tournament. And it was actually during my feature match, and everyone's like, why didn't you make Gaios? I'm like, hey, I don't play that card. Armor to steal wins and for time. Beret to flip those tokens and to win. Ancient Sacred Wyvern when like you just want to win. He just gets there. All right, I'll go through it after. Black Rose because it blows fields. Double Blader because I play Reborn and this wins the mirror match. Thought Ruler for time, and I'll explain after this what cards I like made and stuff. Colossal Fighter because it laughs at Blaster and then hits them for 28, and Scrap Dragon because it's so free. Alright, let's see. I made this 0 times. I made this a bunch of times, this a bunch of times. I made this once, I made this once, I made this once, and it won me the game because my opponent had 2 set enemy controllers. Oh, and I made this in time, and I won. I made this a bunch, maybe like 5 times, maybe 10. And once they see this at the field, they scoop it up. I think I made maybe once. I don't think so. I made this once, like round 1, and I made this the same turn because I'd reborn. And then this I made round 10 to Beta Valor because I could have just like crashed into the cook did his monster and just won the game.
It's been a long time since people have done that.
Yeah, Hoban did that in like I think the finals or one of the top feature matches. Everyone's like,
did he actually win? You told me he was going to, but all right.
Yeah,
that figures.
He's good. He knew the deck, and he only played mirror matches until the finals. So I guess and his deck was very geared to the mirror. He was meaning emptiness and stuff. But there we go. Side deck. The best card in the side deck is Electric Flash for the mirror because it just takes Drago Sack and takes dragons and wins you the game. Third Maxi because come on, it's a mirror match, and it's just good. 1 Tsukiyomi, 1 Side Blocker because they each have their benefits. Like this is really good against turning off like Iron Wall and like Necro Valley, and this is just really good against Ophion and yeah.
Real good against Ophion.
3 MSTs. I played 3 because I didn't want to play Decree, and I was too afraid of cards like D-Fissure. And yeah, it just gets
better against Rogue than Decree.
I agree, absolutely, because they always have access to Diamond Direwolf to kill the Decree, and they always have MST and like bad cards like that. 2 Last Day Witch.
Yeah, buddy.
Borrow these from this man. I didn't get to activate this weekend, but if I did, I would have won. 3 of the worst card in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh god.
This card's just not that good. Like. My round 7 match was I was undefeated. I was at table like 7 playing against Books, and game 2 he kills me game 1. Game 2 I open this in Big Eye. He goes, "Do you have Eradicator?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "You still lose," and I did. And then Emptiness, the best card in the mirror.
Yeah.
In top 32 I actually lost to Deck Devi, which ripped my like 2 hand traps, and yeah, he went Colossal Fighter, set Emptiness, Deck Devi. I baby pitched, he flipped Emptiness, and phase he flipped Deck Devi. But if I knew about that card, I would have sided it. That card's the nuts. But
now a lot of the Koreans and Japanese and all those Asian and Oriental guys, they side Deck Devi just because it hits the hand traps.
Yeah, and that's what it did. It hit like a Valor, a Maxi, and a Scarecrow, and he's like, "I win." I'm like, "I know." But yeah, I think that's really it. Like, I guess I go through like my matchups and stuff.
Yeah. Show off the prizes, baby.
Oh yeah, I'm on the mat. It's really nice, and I won the prize card for top 32. I lost in 32. The mat was 64, and they gave out the new the new Konami ID for just the 10E Nationals. That was cool. It's cute. And matchups. Round 1, I played against Dragons, and I 2-0'd him. Round 2, played against Dragons, I 2-0'd him. This is a guy actually beat me round 11 at YCS Providence, but we weren't on the bubble, so we were just playing for fun, and I 2-0'd him. Game 1, we went sword, and I OTK'd him next turn. And then game 2, I reduced for 12, Maxi'd him. He Desperation made a Armory Arm, and I veiled it. He said I literally can't win. Game 3, I played against Dragons. This is the first time I went to game 3. But game 3, I made he was at like 400 life points. I made Thought Ruler. He had 2 econs, and that was in time, and I won. I played against Books round 4. I scooped game 1 because like he opened Judgment, Upstart.
There's no way.
Yeah. Then game 2 I opened Eradicator, and I made everything was timing. Then game 3 I opened Storm, Eradicator, made it live, and he opened 4 monsters. Round 5 I playing against Roy St. Clair, playing Evil Swarm. Game 1 I beat him without figuring out what he was playing. Game 2 he beat me, and I scooped to like get out of time. Then game 3 we were in time. He had my title and a Bahamut, and I had a title I hard summoned. And I went Baby Pitch, make Big Eye, take back my title, hard summon another E-Virus, you're a Bahamut, attack for game.
Yeah.
Round 6 played against Gaten Georges, who was playing Dragons. He's from New York, I know. I've met him before. And game 1, he goes, summon a monster, I Maxi, he passes. I go first, I Sark and pass. He goes, summon a monster, I Maxi, and I pass. Then on my second turn, I just hit him for 8,000. And then game 2, he goes, he passes, and I just hit him for 8,000. Turn 1. Round 7, I'm 6-0 at this point. I played against Joey Chu, who actually went undefeated day 1. He got first place after Swiss day 1. Game 1, he just...
What was he playing?
He was playing Books. This is the second spellbook I played. And he game one he sets sword, activates tower, summons Kaiku and passes. And I have storm, he judgments, and from there I'm like, oh cool, I could just attack for game. And he goes wing blast, and I lose.
Yeah.
Then game two,
I'm surprised how many people were playing that card.
That card's really good.
Yeah.
And then game two, I open Eradicator and I still lose. Round 8, there were only 8 rounds day 1. I played against Scott Page, playing Dragons. Really nice guy. Game 1, I'm like going off and he just scoops for the sake of time. In game 2, the second blader got there.
Was time ever an issue?
Yeah. Yeah, I went to time like 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
But I usually won round 1. I won in game 1 of time a lot. And game 2 was game 1. I remember I scarecrowed him, and he was like, I have to go for it. And I scarecrowed him, then I went Dark Hole Reborn. I won. And round 9, first round of day 2, I played against Dark World.
I read that and I was like, woo!
So game 1, I sword and I pass. Sword, search, pass. He goes, summon tour guide. And I look around, I'm like, does anyone else see this tour guide on the field? And I was at like table 7, I'm like, there's a tour guide on the field. And immediately I'm like, oh, he's playing Darkwood, he gets Brow, makes Zen main sits Torrential. I double baby pitch to make a big eye, which he Torrentials, I redo for 4. And the next turn I big eyes Grapha and I just win the game. Then game 2, I remember I opened Droll, he drag downs it, and I get so upset. And then he dealings, I draw another Droll, and then I Droll his Snow and I win. He was a really nice guy though. Round 10, I played against Philippania playing Dragons. I went for my locals. Game 1, I got a game loss for drawing under Maxi after he drolled me, after we had a 15-minute judge call, and I got distracted. Game 2, I just beat him. Then game 3 went to time, but I had no chance. He opened like double Maxi, Valor, so Scarecrow. Oh, and then he went Sword for 2. His last turn, he drew Deck Dev. He never hit my Electric Virus. Then round 11, I got the feature on the bubble against Brian Rockenbach, who got second at National 2007. And if you want to watch the feature, just read it. It was funny.
What was he playing?
He was playing Dragons.
How did the Vortex Dark Hole win you?
All right. Game 1, he pushes, and I have Scarecrow game 1 again. And then I was like, you're at 8,000. He's like, yeah, because he had Dragosack, Dragosack, Crimson Blader, Dragosack, Token, and I had and he had like no cards. He had like a stream that he searched, and I went Dark Hole, kill the monsters and the tokens, Lightning Vortex, kill the Dragosacks, and I won.
Oh, swag.
Yeah, it was. Then game 2, he goes Burner Pitch Blaster for Blaster, summon Crimson Blader, hard summon the Blaster, reborn another Blaster, and I had a Tempest in defense and a Blaster in attack mode. He goes, I'm like Valor game 1, I Valored his Blader twice. Oh. He made a Blader, I Valored. He Redux back, I Valored. He made another Crimson Blader that connected, but then I Scarecrowed, and that's when I TK'd him. But game 2, he makes he hard summons the Blaster, reborns it. I Valor the Blader, but he swings to the Tempest with Blader, tributes the Crimson Blader to take my Blaster, and swings with 3 Blasters for game. Wow. Then game 3, I Sark and pass, Sark summon a Dragon and pass. He then he's turn 0 of time. He does something, and then on my next, he Electric Viruses my Redux, makes a Dragosack, which I have to Valor because I'm trying to OTK him next turn, and then he tries to swing with the big fire guy, but I remind him he babied for it. He like messed up, yeah. And then on my turn, I just big-eyed with Book for Protection, and I swung with Tidal Blaster for game. A top 64 playing against a guy named Larry Chapman. He was playing Dragons.
I just enjoy the name Larry. I
think it's 2 Larrys, right? And top 64, he tries to like OTK me. I try to Blader him. He Valors. He tries to OTK me through Maxi, and I Scarecrow. And then I successfully Dark Hole him and Blader over his Dragosack with my second Blader. And because he tried to go to Colossal through your Blaster, Colossal Tidal, but I had Blaster, Tidal, Colossal Fighter, but I had the Scarecrow. And then game 2, I just killed him turn 2. Like, he opened really bad both games. Like, both games he had to banish 2 bigs to hard summon a big from his hand turn 1. Yeah. And then I played against Carl. I didn't even write down his name. I lost so fast. I played against Carl Menigat in top 32, and he top 16 last year, so I know he's good. But game 1, I opened React, and Effect Valor, and my 6th card was the second Reactant. And
oh my god!
I discarded the Redux, and like he just opened a playable hand. I lost. Then game 2, I opened a decent hand, but I had to like YOLO it kind of. I heavied, and he had like Maxi for my push, and then he beat me Colossal, and that's when he went Colossal, set Deck Dev, he said Emptiness. Emptiness is my baby pitch. Deck Dev is my end phase, and he's like, I win. I'm like, I know.
So you were talking that you were pretty unprepared going into this for spellbooks. Did you ever figure out how to beat the deck? Because reading your note, you were like, I don't even know how to beat this deck.
Here's what happened.
Your life points to
Every
0.
single opponent I beat or played against, I asked, how do you beat spellbooks? Like, the guy I lost playing Prophecy, he was a really nice guy. We had a fun match. I'm like, how do you beat your deck? He's like, it's really hard. I'm like, yeah. And then he actually was at table 1, round 9, against Aaron Riker, who's really well known on duels grounds. He actually Aaron Riker went to Worlds.
Really?
And yeah, he went 11-0 in Swiss. But he was playing against the guy I lost, the Prophecy guy I lost to. He got top. He lost in top 8 to Norberto, who got top 4. But then he won against DJ Miles, so he got to Worlds. So he got like 5th or 6th. But he was playing against the spellbook guy I lost to day 1, and he just went like. He went like Rejuve, he drew like the heavy, the side blocker.
Oh my God.
It was so broken. Yeah, congrats to him, he went to Worlds, like that's pretty good. And congrats to Hoban for winning, obviously.
Yeah.
But every opponent I beat, I would ask, how do you beat Prophecy? I need help beating Prophecy. And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah.
Reduce their life points to 0, I guess.
No, but like in the finals, like that Prophecy player just drew really unplayable hands. Like summon Kaiku set back row pass. I was like, why can't all my opponents just open that?
Yeah,
bad?
right.
But
yeah. Anything else to say?
No, I mean, this is my second premier event top. I'm pretty pumped for that. 2 more wins for Worlds, but like whatever. I'm not gonna complain because the top's the top.
Yeah. Top 32 is better than top 64.
Yeah, which I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that lost in 64. But I mean, like literally winning top 64 just gets you this card for free. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But
shout out Rizwan Khan.
Rizwan Khan, who unfortunately didn't quite make it. He was 8th after day 1. But after some unfortunate events, didn't top. I talked about how I got the game loss, right? How I drew. Yeah. That was. I felt so stupid because I was literally winning that turn. But that's it. Shout out to Turk, the man here, who lent me these amazing Last Day of Witches that I never
no one ever used.
That I never activated because I only play against 2 books. So you had like 13 rounds, 9 dragons, 2 books, 1 evil swarm, 1 dark world, and whoa.
That's all she wrote.